Do you want to know who has the best tips about Disneyland? The amazing people that work here. That's who, and I am on a mission today to get you the best tips and tricks. So whether you're new to Disneyland or you're a veteran, these tips are going to be your must-have. So let's go get us some good tips and tricks. Okay, I'm just a complete, I don't know, a crybaby sometimes. But I was talking to this one guy. He was like really official. He had on like a tie and stuff, and he worked at Disneyland, and he didn't want to be on film. But he asked me, he's like, well, what's your platform about? And I started telling him about how I'm just trying to show the world that you don't have to stop being who you are at any age. You know, I'm 61 and I'm doing this because I want to show the world that you just don't have to stop being you at any age. And then I started to cry, and he's like, oh my God, I broke the little old lady influencer. So I do take my job very seriously, and I do take this message very seriously. So let's wipe off those tears and go find some more park employees. What are you gonna do with me?
Get the corn dog on Main Street at the Little Red Cart. Number one, it's fast, it's easy, and it is one of the more affordable things. And when you finish it, you're full. That's what I tell, and I just had it with 4 of my friends last night, and everybody enjoyed it.
Mary Poppins! And we just got to see Mary Poppins again. It's always a good day when you see Mary Poppins.
If you have Lightning Lane and the ride breaks down, don't delete your Lightning Lane pass. Your Lightning Lane pass is still good. It just changes over when your window opens and the ride is not. It changes the logo. It will say Lightning Lane multiple location, but that pass is still good. When you cancel it, that's when you lose.
This right here is the perfect example of do not delete your Lightning Lane pass if a ride breaks down. Pirates of the Caribbean is not running right now, so if you had a Lightning Lane pass and you delete that ride, you can't, you're out of luck. So again, if this happens and there's nobody in line, do not delete your Lightning Lane pass.
The number one tip is to have fun. Enjoy the many things that Disney has to offer. There's more than just attractions. There's parades, shows, all kind of stuff. And then running into people like me to tell us jokes all day.
I'm telling you, you meet the most incredible people here at Disneyland when you slow down and you just talk to people. I mean, I'm gonna say it probably 100 times, but this truly is a very magical place.
Me first.
Yeah, I know, go.
So guys, listen, for Fantasmic, we got 2 shows. We have one usually at 9 o'clock and 10:30. If you guys watch that first one at 9 o'clock, stay there. Yeah. Because at 9 o'clock, after that show ends, at 9:30, we got the fireworks show at the castle. That one is projected over at Fantasmic, so that's a little cool tip.
I was gonna kind of go the food route, which is like, don't sleep on the Ronto wrap. Honestly, I was super surprised by just like how good and filling that is. A lot of people look at like a 40 or 50 minute wait time for either Indy or Rise of the Resistance. Do it, just do it, and knock it out sooner rather than later. That's my advice.
This just happened. I became an honorary citizen of Disneyland because I was told I was the most unique and authentic person that they had met all day long. Again, I almost cried. I gotta stop. I gotta just stop this whole waterworks thing.
Hi, so my number one tip for the day would be to rope drop, just to be inside the park at 7:30 to make sure you can get access to everything.
If you really want to watch the nighttime shows, especially Fantasmic, we offer dining packages, so you'll get a better seat for that. So it's with the restaurants Rivervale Terrace, Cafe Orleans, and Rancho Yes, that was, yeah. So if you get it with any of those dining packages, you'll get actual like seats for the Fantasmic show, which I always think is really worth it because it's really fun. So yeah, that's my tip.
So my number one tip would be if you purchase Lightning Lane, the best thing to do is it's gonna look good and it's gonna try to make you run from the other side of the park to the other side of the park. My biggest tip that I tell everybody is to start land by land. So pick a land that you want to go to first. Me, I like to start in Adventure Frontierland, and I do the Lightning Lane attractions there. And then the rides that do not have Lightning Lane attractions, I do those while I'm waiting for my times to be up. Once you do land to land, your time is going to be so efficient. You're going to be able to do the entire park in a few hours, and you won't be as tired because you're not having 40,000 steps. You're going to cut it down to 25,000.
That Lightning Lane tip was an absolute chef kiss. I never would have thought about just doing land to land before switching. I mean,
okay, so if you're a big fan of rides, there are really like popular rides like Space Mountain, Haunted Mansion, all those good ones. I recommend going on those rides when there's a firework going on or when there's a show or parade coming on. Oh, hey, Jack. Sorry, there was Jack. Just because when those shows and parades and fireworks are going on, nobody's going in line for the rides. So emptier and you wait less time, and then you can go more than once because that's how short it is.
And if you hit the rides at the right time, you can watch the fireworks while you're on the rides, and it is beautiful.
Oh, like Matterhorn? Like Matterhorn?
Matterhorn, Big Thunder Mountain too. I've ridden that during the fireworks, and it's absolutely beautiful.
Or if you're like in line for Space Mountain and you're very top, you can see a really pretty view of the fireworks up top.
So my tip is if you need any water while you're walking around the park, go to the restaurants, the quick serve ones, and use the water fountains there. You can fill up on ice and water, and it's so much easier than having to find the water refill stations around the park.
and just so you know, not everybody wants to do this. There's been plenty of employees that I've asked and they're like, nah, I really don't want to do it. And that's perfectly fine. This is a volunteer experiment. I am not running up there and putting my camera in their face. So, but everybody who has volunteered their information has been super cool.
My number one tip, I would probably say think of the alternate routes you can watch the fireworks, because a lot of people that are coming last minute into the shows, they can't really find the best spot for fireworks, but keep in mind you can also see the fireworks at the Rivers of America in Frontierland. It's a small world in Fantasyland, and also you can even see it outside the park, but if you're really interested, it also snows there for the Christmas time, and you can see projections, so you can see the fireworks and all the show. If you don't really care too much about the castle, those are some last minute tips if you're running late, and that's an alternate area to watch.
You always gotta check out the Disney app, because it literally have all the information about the Disney ride, the food. You could also mobile order ahead of time, and also you could know the rides, like what time is the wait time.
And that right there is just the tip of the iceberg. They have so much information to share with you, and I'm going to be doing this on a regular basis. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, everybody, because the adventures, the information, and the fun, it's just started. This right here is pretty darned amazing.